how do you approach a relapse when your bad habits suddenly come back and you start doing them over a couple of days again?
So recognize that you don't just destroy your bad habits, you replace them with something else. So you got to figure out, what are you going to replace your bad habits with? I was having this conversation with Alex today on my team, who helps me run Toronto Dance Salsa, and it's like, well, I got to get rid of these bad habits. Like, no, you still need to replace them. And so you start with, we've talked a lot about being a psychologist. This is part of the psychology. It's understanding what's the reason why you're falling into these bad habits. Like, what are you telling yourself? What do you need? What's the problem? And understand it's an emotional reason why, right? It's not a logical reason. It's an emotional reason. So you can't solve it with a pure logical solution. You need to have an emotional response, but just one that gives you a more positive outlook. So let me share the story with Alex, just to give you an example. So Alex has a whole bunch of goals that he has for himself to do daily, right? He's got these 10 things that he's trying to do every single day. And sometimes he's consistent and sometimes he's not, and he falls off. And I said, well, when he falls off, what does he end up doing? Well, he ends up cheating on his diet, and he has just binges of donuts and pizza and all this stuff that he knows isn't good for him. And then the next day he wakes up and he looks at his weight, and then he realizes, oh my God, I just undid, 3 weeks of hard work that now is going to take me back. And he's not proud of himself, and that leads to guilt and shame and all of these feelings. So, okay, so when you're about to relapse, just before the moment, and this was Sid who asked the question?
Yes.
Okay, Sid, so I want you to ask yourself, when you're about to relapse, just before, like, try to put yourself back into one of those moments, or maybe this happened recently. What's the emotion that you're feeling? What do you need? What's missing in your life? What emotion is missing right now? So for Alex, it's a lack of connection, a lack of belonging. He feels like he doesn't belong. And great, so he finds that the belonging and connection in the bottom of a bag of chips or pizza or donuts. So let's replace that with a healthier habit. Okay, so what's a healthy habit? Like, well, who helps make you feel connected and belong? And so he said, well, my best friend Michael. It's like, okay, great. So next time you should call your best friend Michael. So the answer isn't, I'm just going to eliminate all this stuff from my life. I'm never going to have junk food again. I'm never going to cheat on my diet again. Like, well, you got to solve the emotional problem. Problem for Alex is a lack of connection. So now you have a different solution, which is call up Michael and go hang out. And when you hang out, make sure you tell him, listen, I want to hang out and be with you and connect, but let's not do it over beers. I need you to hold me accountable. And we're not going to do this over pizza and beer like we normally do. We're going to do it in a healthy way. Because what I'm only missing really is love and connection. And we can get that by hanging out and doing anything, lots of healthy things without me having to go backwards in my life. Right? So same thing for you, and we can walk through it. We can live coach it if you want right here. When you're about to cheat, when you're about to go backwards, when you're about to disappoint yourself, what's missing? What's the emotion that's missing in your life right now? And then we can workshop how to actually get it in a healthier way.
Since most of my battles are individual, I am the only one who is clapping for myself. But sometimes I do have the capacity and the energy to clap for myself, and hence I break out of my routine. That's what I mean by gratification.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, sorry, I misread that. He says, I do not have the capacity. Let me read it over. He says, since most of my battles are individual, I am the only one who is clapping for myself, but sometimes I do not have the capacity and energy to clap for myself, and hence I break out of my routine. That's what I mean by gratification.
Yeah, and this is super normal, Sid. This isn't just you. This is something that everybody can relate to. So for you, it's you're not seeing results, and so you quit on it. So what you need to do is find some way to get some kind of results, right? So here's an easy one. Come to the live stream and tell us what you're up to. We'll always clap for you. Zane will clap for you. I'll clap for you. We're always here. Let's go, Sid. Come on now. There's the clap. Zane, hold on. Zane might even give you a standing ovation.
Okay, look. Sid.
There it is. Got a standing ovation. Look at that. It's happening. Right? So
good cheerleaders, come on.
That's a start, right? You're right. You can always come here. You can always come here and get some love from Zen, from me. And listen, we're on 4 nights a week. So that's a starting point. Look at how you can do something to help somebody, right? Like go and leave some positive comments on somebody's Instagram account. Instead of just scrolling through Instagram and looking at how everybody's life is perfect and yours sucks, and how everybody has a perfect body and you hate yours, go leave some comments on some of your friends' posts and give them some love. Or go to Zane's account and give him some love. Or go to my account and give me some love. Right? Like go serve, go help, serve. It's impossible to feel like you're serving somebody and feel angry, upset, and depressed at the same time. Like you just won't. So go help somebody. So those are 2 quick, easy hacks. There might be other ones that you come up with as well. But the key is for you to not change your habits. Like your habits are great. They're supporting you, but they don't support you all the time. So you need to have that extra habit that you bring in for when you're feeling low, down, negative, defeatist, that it's never going to happen for you. You need that bonus little habit. The ace in the hole, bonus habit. That, again, you don't have to pull it all the time, but sometimes you need it, and it's there for you. Think of it like, I think about Alcoholics Anonymous to help people stop drinking. One of the key things for Alcoholics Anonymous is you have to sponsor somebody else, right? So as you're doing it, you have a sponsor. And a sponsor is a person who you call when you are feeling like relapsing, right? You're about to relapse, you're about to go back, you're about to go drink when you know you don't want to, but there's some emotional thing happening, and so you're supposed to call your sponsor. And that's your go-to card. That's the, I need my lifeline, I'm going to call my sponsor. Where you're not calling your sponsor every day. This isn't a tiny habit we need to put into our daily routine. This isn't something that we have to do all the time, but it's really important right now, right? And so that's what you need to have that version of it for yourself.
He says, Sid says, you guys are the best. I would definitely try this. I would definitely try the serve other idea. I would definitely try the serve others idea. Unfortunately, I have disabled my Instagram. Otherwise, y'all would have been the first people I would have left comments on.
Okay, but hold. So let's dive in a little more here. Specifically.
Can I share my progress here?
Of course. Yeah. Always. You'll never get. You'll never come here and share your progress, and us will say you suck. Like you're only gonna get love, appreciation, cheering. You might get the occasional Zane forgets to read the chat or something, but otherwise, we're here to love and support you. Just post again. We're here for you. But what I want to know is, okay, you're gonna start. We have a generic idea. Right, so you can come here. Great. I mean, anytime you come here. I know it's late for you or early for you to be on here, and we appreciate and love that you're here with us. But to the service idea, I need you to get specific. So you just told me what won't work. Instagram won't work because you disabled your account or something, right? Awesome. So what will work? Because the next time you're feeling low, you can't start coming up with a strategy. While you're feeling low is not the time to think, what can I do to reboot this? You don't have the mental energy for that. So now is the time when you're feeling upbeat, optimistic, positive, hopeful, happy. That's the time to create the plan. So Instagram is not how you're going to serve. Great. How will you serve instead?